Hey friends, welcome to today's video. So the first thing I want to say is thank you so much for those of you who commented on yesterday's videos because it gave me food for thought and I've been reflecting on the things you've shared. So I decided to do a follow-up video today where I just want to extend on some of the ideas and maybe um, come up with something that feels a little bit more true. So yesterday I talked about nothing days, which I basically defined as days where there is no tasks, there's nothing to do, it's a total blank canvas, but then I spend the day doing nothing of consequence or personal value. I wanted to differentiate that from a taskless day, which I don't know, call it whatever you want. That's just what I decided to call it. A taskless day to me is not it's similar in the way that it starts with a nothing day. So it's a total, I don't have anything on the to-do list. It isn't about checking boxes or anything on a taskless day, but it feels full and rich, and at the end of it it's very satisfying. Whereas with a nothing day, I end those days feeling just like kind of empty and blank. With a taskless day, I end it feeling like life is wonderful, and I'm lucky to have carved out a day where there was nothing to do per se, but what I did do or what I experienced was positive. So a taskless day for me, I was trying to think. I was actually like when I was reading your comments, I was like, okay, what is like a really good open-ended day for me? And this is something I talked about a little bit, but in the last video. But I was thinking like, okay, I'm not just like sitting by myself all day long. Like maybe I do simple things like read a book or like watch a TV show or something like that. But if if I were to think about what are the most meaningful things in life to me, it's my social connections, whether that be friends, family, loved ones, basically. Music is really important to me. Good food is really important to me. I'm trying to see if there's like anything else that I can think of off the top of my head. Or um, engaging in some kind of um, like being outside, like getting out of doors is really important to me too. So a task-free day that feels very fulfilling and satisfying would have some or all of those elements. It would it would mean that maybe I get to, I don't know, just spend some time outside, like going for a walk. Like a long walk is a really wonderful thing. And that could seem like that's not a task. That's not something, I mean, it's something that I would put on my to-do list if I wanted to remember to, walk every day or something like that. But it's a really pleasurable activity that doesn't really feel like action. Like if I'm going for a walk, it's not like I'm doing something. It's more just I don't know, allowing myself to reconnect with something. Like walks feel great, even if I'm just listening to music or nothing at all. It's just it feels like a very replenishing activity. Um, it is not too cold. I'm just reading your comment. It is not too cold to walk today, although it is very windy where I live. So another thing, like another example of that would be just, maybe I go over to my parents' house for supper. Something that simple. I really like in my social life, and this is very valuable to me, to be able to spend ample amounts of time with loved ones without feeling the need to do things, where I can kind of like put away my phone and then be fully attentive, where I'm not distracted by other things. I'm like completely immersed in whatever social experience I'm having. So it's not just to spend time with other people, but it's to be able to spend like focused time with other people in a completely undistracted way. So that feels really good to me. That if even if I just, I don't know, it's kind of like the holidays. You just spend like a day with family, and at the end of it maybe you're feeling a little crazy if your family makes you a little bit crazy, but at the end of it you feel full. It wasn't like a check off the to-do list kind of day, but it was something. There was something of meaning in there. Or a day where I have nothing to do, but I just spend an hour playing music. Even something like that, writing a song, listening to music, having music be some kind of part of my day is just a very easy way to make that day more fulfilling than it would have been otherwise. So I think a nothing day to me would be deprived of those things. So a nothing day would be totally solitary. I've had really good solitary days, so I don't want to say as a blanket statement that solitary days are bad. But without maybe some of the other elements, like a totally, if I have too many solitary days, I start getting really bland feeling. So I don't like spending too much time alone. Um, so solitary would be maybe the mark of a day that would feel like nothing. A day where I just eat crappy food. It's amazing how eating a good meal or even spending like half an hour preparing a good meal can really just like elevate my mood. Because how many meals are we gonna get to eat in our lifetime? How many bowls of I don't know, like mac and cheese or whatever. Am I gonna get to eat in my lifetime? It seems like forever. Like I'll just be able to eat like countless bowls of mac and cheese. But maybe like between all the other meals that I enjoy, like I cook new recipes like all the time. I very seldom repeat recipes. So it's like, man, maybe there's like I don't know 2 or 3 dozen bowls of mac and cheese in my entire lifetime left ever. And so as such, eating a really good meal feels like a really important way to appreciate life. So even if my day was solitary, if I, spent it on the couch, I watched some TV, I read a book. If I went for a walk, maybe I played a little bit of music, maybe I ate some good food. Um, it would still probably be better if there was some kind of like if I was hanging out with my daughter or something. But for the most part, that would be a really fulfilling day. That would feel rejuvenative. It would feel like it would refill my cup so that when I get back into the action and when I get back into the tasks, I'm recharged. I'm full up and I'm not depleted. So I do think there's a lot of value in days that don't have tasks. And this could also be a function of my age somewhat too, because when I talk with people who are, at least a couple decades older than me, like my parents or other family members, other people, it seems like there's a tendency towards this like hustle and bustle way of living that's really common in people who are in their 20s and their 30s and even in their 40s and stuff, and that being able to just like genuinely appreciate life and appreciating a pace that's less fast and action oriented, just more focused on being as opposed to doing, seems to be something that is maybe a little bit harder for younger people to find. So I find that to be really interesting too, and it's something I want to keep in mind for myself because I don't want to race around and realize that my life has disappeared and I'm 70 and I was just like what, like I didn't even stop, like I didn't even slow down, I didn't even take a moment. So yeah, so thank you again for your comments, I really appreciate it. I just yeah, you inspired me to do a follow-up video and actually like dig into it a little bit further. So always please, I encourage you to comment and share your thoughts. It makes this feel a little bit more like a conversation and less like me just having monologues, which is meaningful to me. So anyway, I'm gonna wrap this one up. Try not to put my hand in front of the screen as I always do. Let's see if I can do this. All right, bye guys.